Hi, I'm Zach Pandl from the research team at Grayscale Investments, and I'm here to give you a rundown on the last month in crypto. Bitcoin's price gained during the month as investors began to look ahead to the U.S. elections. And while polling continues to show a very tight race for the White House, shifts in financial markets, as well as the probabilities from prediction markets, indicated that investors now expect higher chances of a Trump win. For example, the blockchain-based prediction market Polymarket showed a slight edge for Vice President Harris in the race for the White House at the end of September. However, by the end of October, the probabilities were much higher for a Trump victory. The extent to which financial markets are discounting different outcomes for the presidential election can only be inferred indirectly. However, Grayscale research would see shifts in financial assets over the last month as consistent with markets putting higher chances on a Trump victory. For example, the US dollar appreciated and the Chinese yuan depreciated, which could be consistent with markets seeing higher chances of tariffs under a Trump White House. Similarly, bond yields increased or bond prices declined, and the price of gold gained further, which might be consistent with the idea of larger budget deficits under a Trump administration. Bitcoin's price increased, and Bitcoin was among the outperforming assets on a risk-adjusted basis. The outcome of U.S. elections will likely have a major impact on the digital assets industry. The next president and Congress may take up crypto-specific legislation and could make changes to tax and spending policies that affect broader financial markets. Grayscale Research believes a change in control of the Senate could be particularly relevant for crypto, given the Senate's role in confirming presidential appointments of key regulators. For much more detail on the implications of elections on digital assets, please see grayscale.com/research. Net inflows into the spot Bitcoin exchange-traded products listed here in the U.S. picked up significantly during the month of October and were the highest since February of this year. Since these products launched in January, they have taken in net inflows totaling more than $20 billion. For the most part, net inflows into the spot Bitcoin exchange-traded products should have the effect of putting upward pressure on Bitcoin's price. But this might not be the case in all instances. For example, hedge funds and some other sophisticated investors often take long positions in the spot Bitcoin ETPs and pair them with short positions in Bitcoin futures contracts. This strategy is intended to benefit from small differences in Bitcoin's price between the two instruments, and is sometimes called the Bitcoin basis trade or the Bitcoin carry trade. In these circumstances, where an investor is taking a long and a short position at the same time, the net inflow into the spot Bitcoin ETPs may not have any impact on Bitcoin's price. The intersection of crypto and AI technologies continues to bring thought-provoking breakthroughs, including chatbots that have begun to promote their own meme coins. While it can be easy to dismiss some of these developments due to their playful nature, we do think they are demonstrating something important. In particular, they are highlighting that blockchain technology can be an effective tool for intermediating economic value between humans, AI agents, and networked physical devices. And we would say this is a pretty important adoption trend to keep an eye on. The U.S. election on November 5th will dominate crypto and traditional financial markets over the short term. There are important issues on the line for the digital assets industry, and outcomes for the White House and both chambers of Congress could affect crypto business development in the United States on the margin. At the same time, we are encouraged by the bipartisan ownership of digital assets, by the many macro trends driving Bitcoin adoption, and by recent technological breakthroughs, particularly those at the intersection of crypto and AI. As a result, we are optimistic that crypto will continue to flourish in the United States, regardless of the election outcomes next week. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next month.